press close. Joining me host for Let's Talk Football, the round table. And Let's Talk Football ladies.
Hey. Hi, Let's Talk Football viewers, fans, family, friends. Okay, welcome back to another episode of Diversity with Delilah. So, last season we saw during the Pro Bowl, there was a flag football, which was really fun. And something happened for the first time. 2 women were named offensive coordinators for both teams, for the NFC and the AFC. Today I'm going to cover Vanita Krouch, who was the first offensive coordinator for an NFC Pro Bowl team. Next week, I will cover Diana Flores, who was on the AFC side and was the offensive coordinator for the flag football AFC team. So today I'm going to cover Vanita Krouch. All right, so let's learn a little bit about her. So Vanita was excited because she wasn't expecting it. She got the news that she was named NFC coordinator for the 2023 Pro Bowl games, featuring the first ever AFC versus NFC flag football games. On Sunday, the U.S. Women's National Football Team quarterback, she is the quarterback for the U.S. Women's National Flag Football Team, she couldn't believe it because she was told kind of last minute, like she wasn't expecting it, you know? And she said her jaw nearly hit the ground. And she worked alongside, as you know, Eli Manning, who was the coach, and DeMarcus Ware for the NFC team was the defensive coordinator. As you remember, Team Eli Manning won, right? They won that game, and they actually won the NFL Pro Bowl. But anyway, let's continue. She said for the longest time, she was thinking about the moment, and she was like, oh my gosh, this is a dream come true. She couldn't believe it. Was it really happening? She was 42 last year at the time. She's also known, now I didn't come up with this moniker, she's known as the Tom Brady of flag football because she has a 19-1 record as a USA starting quarterback in international tournaments since 2018. So she is out there killing it as a quarterback for our flag football team. So anyway, then she started thinking about herself, to herself. She was like, you know what? None of us grew up thinking this is a dream to obtain. So really, it's kind of reversed where I am living the dream. I get to be a pioneer in the growth of flag football for all, inclusion for all youth and adult women and men. It's such an inclusive sport, and I get to be part of this growth and still actively play. It's exciting. I'm literally living the dream. I'm very much like, guys, don't pitch me, let me keep sleeping. Those were Vanita's words. Vanita was also inspired by her own family's odyssey, which began in Cambodia during the horrific regime of the Khmer Rouge in the late 1970s. Crouch's mother, Vanita Krouch, fled the country with 3 young sons in tow, as well as Vanita, running by night and hiding by day to escape, finding safety initially at a refugee camp in the Philippines. That's where they welcomed Vanita in September 1980. And 2 months later, the family made its way to the United States. Basically, as soon as they got to the U.S., Vanita's dad basically disappeared, leaving Vanita, her mother, to raise her and her 3 brothers. She says, in a nutshell, my mom is an amazing woman, Crouch said, who first found sports via an elementary school flyer advertising youth soccer in Carlton, Texas, because that's where the family settled. They settled in Texas. She says, this is again Vanita's words, on the journey, she had a lot of trials and tribulations. And after our dad left us, it was just mom and 4 kids in this little 1-bedroom apartment. So it was a challenge. I'm just so amazed by her strength and her will never to give up. This is again Vanita talking about her mom. She also credits her mom for standing up against stereotypical notions at the time that Asian girls should not play sports. Vanita, again, is talking about her mom. This is in Vanita's words. I'm just thankful, honestly, that my mom allowed me to break the Asian culture barriers of women playing sports because that's not easy. Vanita also said that her mother faced a lot of backlash from the community, but that her mom said, hey, that's my child. She's making good grades. She's healthy. She's good. She's staying off the streets. I don't see a problem with her playing sports. So she encouraged Vanita to follow her dreams and to play sports and be fine with it. Vanita says, I was just lucky to have a mom that let me spread my wings. Vanita also had some mentors along the way, right? Not just her mom. She says her elementary school PE teacher, Tony Navies, stepped in to pay for those initial soccer fees and continued to support her as she transitioned to basketball in the 4th grade. She fell in love with the sport and excelled at it as well, eventually earning a full scholarship to play college basketball at Southern Methodist University. She wears the number 4 to this day to honor Nieves, who wore the same number as a young athlete. She also credits her 4th grade teacher, Judy Ward, as having a lasting impact after the teacher made a habit out of showing up to her youth basketball games. Educators, I gotta say, as an educator and so many educators out there that I know, they do have an impact on children and helping them develop. And this is why I do believe in youth sports. They do build that camaraderie. Sometimes it is coaches that show up for you as well and cheer you on, and teachers whenever there's not a big cheering section. So remember, she's being raised by a single mother at this time, right? And so thank goodness to these 2 educators that stepped in and made sure to be a mentor and support Vanita. She pays tribute to both of them through her clothing line, Forward Apparel. So again, it's called Forward Apparel. She honors these 2 educators through this clothing line, which features ever-changing collections emblazoned with the relevant slogans encouraging female empowerment, inclusion, and her own mantra, paying it forward. Something she does with the line itself. Each month, Krouch donates a portion of the sales to individuals, families, or organizations in need. After she graduated SMU in 2003, Vanita continued to play basketball in semi-pro and adult leagues, but she was still searching for something to satisfy her competitive drive. She and a former college teammate stumbled on flag football during a Google search for local Dallas area activities, and the rest, as they say, is history. It was like I drank this, Vanita. It was like I drank the Kool-Aid and I never looked back. She says of her start in flag football in 2006. Vanita says, it's just like every game, every play is a new challenge, and it's addictive for a competitor. So I just fell in love with flag football. I actually think I'm way better at flag than I was at basketball. She moved into the quarterback position through some sly maneuvering by the current USA Women's Football head coach, Chris Langford. They were playing together in local tournaments when he tricked her into the QB position, despite Krouch at the time not really understanding zero football language. But beyond the Pro Bowl, Krouch is excited that flag is being considered for an inclusion as an exhibition sport in the 2028 Summer Olympics. So look for the flag football being in 2028 Summer Olympics. While she's keeping a hopeful eye on the development, she's also working to shape the next generation of potential athletes as a PE teacher at La Villita Elementary in Irving, Texas. So again, she took those mentors and now she's paying it forward herself as being a PE teacher in elementary school. She says it's an honor to be a role model for other youth flag football players, for my students, both boys and girls, Vanita says. Then at the campus and in my community, it's amazing to be able to break barriers of like, Asian women can't do this. And then to be at my age, again, she's in her 40s. She says, I feel very lucky and blessed that I still got some years in me because she is still playing flag football. And so that is Vanita Krouch. I hope you love learning about her. Again, this be a sneak peek to the women's ladies takeover is coming back. And as you know, we always feature women in the NFL. So let this be a nice preview of that. So again, this is Vanita Krouch. The next episode I will cover, like I said in the beginning, Diana Flores, who was on the AFC side of the Pro Bowl. All right, I hope you enjoyed this episode, and I will see you next time. Have a wonderful day.
Yeah.